So we're gonna get into some old symbology for a second, and I need you to see the board. Can you see the board? This is a cross. It represents 4 directions. Okay?
Right.
This is an ankh. It also represents 4 directions.
Okay.
So hold on with me here. These 2 things are the same exact symbol. This one has been turned 90 degrees. If you turn an ankh, if you spin it, if you spin an ankh in your hand, and I should get one, but if you spin an ankh in your hand 90 degrees, you have one?
Right here.
All right, grab it. So look at it like this, turn it 90 degrees. Now you see a straight line. 3-dimensional ankh, you would see a cross, because the actual symbol looks like this. So you don't have to take my word for it. This is not a religious class. It's not indoctrination.
It's like
I'm showing you something mathematical here. This here shows you the 8 directions plus 1.
So it's more like a scepter?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So there is a Christian cross that looks like this. Right? That's a Protestant cross, I believe. Do you recognize this symbol?
I actually don't.
You don't? Okay. So this is 4 directions, left, right, forward, backward. And it's a direction down and a direction up. Right? So these directions represent all the directions that energy can flow, either to us or away from us. Okay?
Right.
If you walk into a cocktail party and you see your husband, right? And you just notice how much you love him. People in the room are going to notice, oh, she loves her husband. They're going to feel the love going across the room. They're going to be like, oh, what's she looking at? And they're going to just feel that connection. They can literally feel the love over there. Okay? That's directional. And it's conditional. That love is for your husband. Right? You might have unconditional love for him, but it's for him. So observers can see that as a directional, right? And it might, of course, it's probably going to go both ways, but they see that as a directional love. However, does that go like that? This direction here, the circle, represents circling back to ourself. So this is feeling unconditional love in you.
Yeah.
So when you feel, and this isn't narcissus. This isn't looking at a reflection and falling in love with yourself. This is loving being you, which is different because that literally is a reflection. But this is loving being you. There's no reflection. This is just you and you, right? There's no distance. This is you loving the altar in the temple of your body. When you do that, now love goes out in all directions because you are a ball of love and it goes in all directions. Now you walk into the cocktail party, you can still love your husband, but because you're loving yourself so much and you've got the unconditional love just for being you, everybody in the room feels loved. They're not noticing, oh, she loves her husband. They're noticing, oh, she is love.
Right.
You notice how you feel whenever Sharon walks in the room. That's you loving yourself. If you try to love everybody individually, you go crazy. And that's conditional. And it takes effort. Like there's energy that has to be run there. But when you're loving yourself, it just that's like a battery. It just perpetuates itself. It's a little engine. It just goes. Yeah. I believe that when we meet charismatic people, it's because they're loving themselves. It's because what we're feeling is this radiation. The radiation going out in all directions. It's not personal, but it's unconditional. It feels really good. And that, I wanted to give you this just to throw in the back of your mind so that when there are times when you notice somebody and you feel like, having love for them, Instead, notice how much you love yourself in their presence, or how easy it is to love yourself in their presence. Because this way, instead of feeling that you love them, they're just going to feel love. And they don't have to attach it on you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, it's just something to test and practice. I would sit and get coffee and just love people as they walk by. And people turn around. People are like, who's loving me? Where's that coming from? But if I sat there and just loved myself and just enjoyed love without the direction, without to this person or that person, I could just see people brighten up. People start walking, people be all frumpy, and then they get within a block, and all of a sudden they start smiling and getting brighter. And for me, and my ego, I was like, oh, it's because I'm love, and they're feeling it, and so they're getting happier. I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not a visual person. I can't see love waves tapping somebody and transforming them. And I'm feeling love, and so my aura is filled with love. When people walk into it, they get brighter. And that I can see. I can't see my aura. I can't see the love that's in it, but I can see the reflection because when people come in it, they start smiling or they get brighter. So that's a lot of information to play with this week.
Yeah.
And it's nothing really to think about. It's all things to feel. We think about them for a minute so we can talk about them. But once we're done talking about them, now it's about feeling them and testing. All good so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very simple. It's very basic, and it's a kind of thing that you can watch work. You can watch it work.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yay. Yay. Do you have any questions about any of this before we end?
No.
Okay. So go out there and love yourself.
So funny.
Right? But really this week, do the pirate eye thing in town if you can. Go to the mall. You don't have to go downtown. Go to the mall. It doesn't have to be lunch hour with the corporate crowd. It can be the mom shopping at the mall. It doesn't matter,
I have to figure out where I'm going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be all day. It's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't take much to get it. And once you do that, once you're already in a place that's crowded, you may as well try this love thing.
Oh yeah.
See if you can impact people's emotional states just by loving yourself in their presence. And I get, we can be all high woo and go, of course that works, but I want the math. Right? I want the math. So.
I like it.
Yay.
Thank you.
My pleasure.